Sammy's back, and she's got a big bonker. Wow. Ka-smash. Although it's kind of curious, looking at the stats on it. Let's see. So, yeah, I was looking at Ashes of War. It's currently got its standard scaling of Strength C, Arcane C, Dex E. But then if you were to put, say, Keen scaling on it, with, for example, Rapture of the Mist, instead of 360 plus 260... Oh no, it does now go to higher levels. It wasn't a moment ago, it was when I was looking at it. Is that because I was one-handing it? And therefore it wasn't showing me the correct stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah. It shows you that the stats are going down on it when you look at it when you haven't got it two-handed. Which is kind of curious. So let's look at Ashes of War. Sam's not exactly overflowing with them, as you can see. But if she puts Keen on it, then she'll lose like 27 from the standard, but she'll gain 101 from the Dex scaling. Whereas if we go for, say, Occult, then she won't gain as much. So I think Keen is the way to go. We're going to use a Blood Fiend's Keen Arm. Also, it's kind of curious the way that they've named it Blood Fiend's Keen Arm rather than Keen Blood Fiend's Arm. Just me that finds that curious? Yeah, well. I do. Anyway, that's the main thing. Oh, and we could change out that gold scarab for something else as well. So it's not got blood build up on it, so we don't need Lord of Blood. I guess we could go with jump attacks. It's always a favourite. Wham! Yeah, I don't see many enemies surviving that. Is it possible for us to hit both of these lads in one shot? Yeah. Get fucked. I love the way it sends them flying. That's great fun. Yes, we like what's happening right now. I was ready to toss him out the window with that second strike, but turns out the first finished him. No, did we leave any runes lying around here? I guess we didn't. We must have recovered those at some point, but yeah, we've done what we needed to out here. We were just trying to make our way in this direction without getting ruined by Black Knights. Come on then, Black Knight. What are you going to do now? Oh, you're just going to ignore us? Well, that's what you get. Oh yeah, we're spraying blood with our strong attacks on this weapon. So it gives it a bit of extra range, I guess? I don't think we'd even made it this far on Sam last time through. It was that Black Knight with the twin blade that finished us off. Yeah. So we will stroll over here and deal with Bowboy. Now that was a pretty effective bit of dealing with, I feel. So now, progress. Little guys. And a shortcut. And then we can start making progress on Ladder's quest. But Sammy's variant of it. You're going to come out, little friends. There they are. They're kind of just running around. I bet they're giggling as well. You're just going to do laps around that boat. And can I get your attention? Poor little things. Getting swatted like flies. Cookery. Now, do we have summon signs? We do. Good. But we'll open the shortcut first. And now in Sammy's version of events, we are going to help Ladder defeat Hornsent.
Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you. Before your thirst for revenge beckons our endure. I can no longer trust your word.
I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain, will always show itself.
Yeah, easy.
Apologies,
No match for big womps.
mother, wife.
And there we go. I suppose if anyone was likely to use Falx at any point, it's probably Sam as well. But I've got no plans for that right now. Oop. Ouch. Stop that. Stop hitting me with things, you wretches. And have some more jumping bonks. Excellent. Now, is there anything else of merit up here? There is that item at the end. And of course there's the ladder down. So we should probably unlock that, because we might need that at some point. I'm not 1,000,000% sure if everyone's going to do every boss, just because some of them are the worst. But we'll see. Maybe I'll have some sort of situation where I have a magic user and a melee user do every boss. So like, if Wes has done one, then maybe Cherry will do it as well. And then Sammy and Lulu will go and do a different boss. Mostly because I don't want to fight Commander Gaius 4 times. Because he is in fact the worst. Here we are again at the Recluse's River. Don't think we've got any other business we need to attend to down here, so maybe we'll pop back up. And maybe now's a good time to speak to Ladder once again. So there we go. Ansbach has been selected as the next target. Back we go to the keep. Looks like Sammy's not got any real progress in the keep because she's not been to the Sunken Church Site of Grace. But she must have been somewhere because she's got the tree worship passage unlocked. But either way, we're carrying on through the front, I think. So let's see how Fire Knights fare against our enormous bonking device. You there? Would you care for some bonks? Not really, no. 2 is enough to stag you. And then a charge as you're getting up finishes the job. Excellent. This is achieving exactly what I wanted it to. That brings us to Storehouse. First floor. So we should probably go and find friend Ansbach at this point. Was there any merit in coming this way and looking in this little room? I mean, there's that item. There's no frame rate, apparently. But there's a rune arc. And where did this lead? Was this the way? We've got a Site of Grace back there, so we can explore. Was this the way that eventually leads out to the ancient ruins, perhaps? Because I'm still not 1,000,000% sure on exactly how to get there. But yeah, this might lead to the lower section of the storehouse. That might then lead out there. You can stop that. Yeah, big blobbers. Also not a problem when it comes to getting bonked into oblivion. I just feel like it's the best bet in general. Is use a big smashy weapon and just destroy the poise of your enemies. Oh, okay. Don't grip us. Get off. Awful thing. Ouch. Didn't realise that was curving quite so much towards us. Now, are you alive? No. You look like you might have been, but I guess not. This Innard seems to have a special move that none of the others have. And it's got more health. Some sort of special super Innard. And guards an Iris of Grace. Cool. I think that one I just shot from up above before, which is probably why I didn't realise it was special. But let us continue past this disgusting room. Nice try. You would have got me if I'd been more cautious there, but I chose to just sprint through like a fool rather than look out for an ambush. Oh, what are these chairs all about? Were people sat here looking out that way at something? I mean, there's not much out here except a site of grace. And then I am pretty sure that this is in fact the way to the ruins. Yes, it is. Good. But we don't want to go to the ruins just yet on Old Sam, because I've got plans for someone else to do that. Yeah, we're going to send Lulu out that way soon enough, so instead we're going to carry on with what we were meant to be doing, which is finding Sir Ansbach. And getting Bolt Drake +3, because that's bound to be useful. Alright, here we are. Although Sir Ansbach is still just stood here. So maybe we have to talk to him an extra time then. Because he's still here. Or maybe it's just a case of log out and back in. And we're back. Where are you, Sir Ansbach? You're still just stood there.
What could they possibly implicate?
Maybe we need to go back and speak to Ledu again. I thought we'd done enough with her. Yeah, she's got nothing new to add. So back we go. We're in offline mode now as well, because for some reason quitting back to menu and then coming back in seems to break online quite a lot. I've had a lot of problems technically with the DLC that I didn't have prior to it coming out. Like the game refusing to load until you've tried launching it like 3 or 4 times. And the issue of the game just refusing to be in online mode as well. So I don't know if the DLC's broken some things. But yeah, Sir Ansbach is still here.
What could they implicate?
Maybe I need to find his scroll, and then at that point we'll perhaps be able to advance his quest. Way to wreck the place, Cherry. She's spawning in, she's already smashing stuff. Now, we are at the outer wall. What if we were, out of interest, to pop back to the theatre? We've certainly got other plans for today. I'm just curious to see if we can just waltz in through the front door now. It seems kind of odd that you get teleported up there after you burn the ceiling tree. But maybe they were thinking, maybe players don't know where to go next after they've burned the tree. Because maybe they've just skipped Ballarat altogether. But yeah, it's wide open. There's the message that we didn't ever pick up previously. And what have we got? An elevator that we can tug. And will this take us to the same spot or somewhere else? Another site of grace by the look of it. Some Mesmer Fire Grease. Yep, we're back in Inir Ilim. And we do in fact have a different site of grace. Curious. Maybe one just waltzes down the outer wall and they find their way here. But either way, those are questions for another day, because we've got other plans. We've spoken, it seems, to Ymir. But have we been to the first Finger Rune? Easy way to check would be to look at our talismans, right? So we don't have the talisman from Finger Rune 1, but we do have the Whole Laden necklace. So Finger Runes is the goal. Because it does occur to me that Ymir is a glintstone sorcerer, and therefore he may have things that he wants to impart to Cherry that could be of use. So let's sneak past all of these terrors and see what's what. Yeah, shove your face right in there, Cherry. And there we go. There's our Crimson Seed talisman. Now, back to Friend. So, let's study some sorcery. And let's see. Yeah, we've got new spells now. Glintstone Nail and Glintstone Nails. Fires a magic nail that crumbles during flight. And fires multiple nails. We'll buy them both. We've got the ability to use both, so we may as well use the big one. Now, Yolan, anything to add? Okay, nothing new yet. We're still not friends, even though she's now officially on our side. So maybe let's throw on these spells. Glintstone Nails. Yeah, we'll throw that one on. And then we should probably figure out how to get to that second thing at some point. Although... Ymir is gone.
Forgive me. I failed you. Failed to birth you whole. I was not ready to be your mother, but I can still stay here. Nice and close. For now, my dear. Sleep soundly.
Okay.
I will return shortly. Please, allow the two of us a moment alone.
Okay, so he's out there at that gravestone. I think that would be the little finger creeper then that we saw on Sammy in the previous sessions. So maybe we'll sit in his chair. That'd be fun. Oh, examine the chair. Aha! It has a boot on. And a ladder. Well, there's only one thing we can do when we find a mysterious new ladder. Let's ride it all the way down. More finger ruins, perhaps. And a bell at the end? Is this... This can't be the second one, can it? No, because it's pointing to the one that's out there. This is the finger runes of Mia. Certainly another bell. Oh, Sword Hand of Night Anna. Hi. Would you like some of my new spell? It's kind of good. Seems like she can't dodge it that comfortably because it attacks on a delay. Oh, and it bounces. It's the bouncy spell. But maybe we'll go back to Rocksling just for the stance damage. We're out of blue. We could probably use Flask as well. was awful. Ah. We're gonna die, aren't we? Or are we? Haha! It is you, in fact, who is going to die. Claws of Night. Sword Hand of Night Anna has died. Grave with a Smith script, enabling strong attack to launch all 3 claws at a target. And they can't be fully guarded against. Cool. They're Dex claws, of course. Yep, seems we can't do anything with that just yet. Let's pop back up. He's back on his throne. Presumably he knows it was moved.
Did you espy something unsightly, perchance? Well, put it out of your mind. The stars will reveal the truth in time. Free yourself of any misconceptions, lest they bring woe upon the both of us. Oh, hello.
Is that a reference to him cradling the finger creeper? Because Jerry didn't actually see that. Sammy saw that. But, I don't know, maybe Sammy drops a message to Jerry somehow. Sup, yous?
Enough of you.
I was attacked by a Sword Hand of Night underground.
Stop. What did you just say? Wait, no. Say nothing. I have 1 star alone, and only his words will do. I will say this much. I am in your debt, but I will hear no more. I have 1 star alone, and only his words will do.
Interesting.
Be on your... I will hear no more.
So it sounds like she doesn't fully trust Ymir with that information, but she's pledged her loyalty to him, so she doesn't have a lot of choice in the matter. And then yeah, Yuri, beloved child, taken before his time. Are all these graves little finger creeps that he tried to make and then failed and buried? Maybe. Now, where do we go next is the question. Which site of grace was it that led us to the loft? Was it Storehouse 7? Because there's a couple of things we're yet to do around and about on Cherry, such as find Gaius and find Shadow Tree Avatar. Get Rex. Weren't expecting the blade, were you, chummer? So yeah, where was the ladder? Lulu found it, and Wes found it. But did Lulu come up here? Or did she come up here later? Because you would think it would be near the top somewhere. Because it leads up to the loft. But then maybe it was from somewhere else. Or maybe we did find it, because we've got Tree Worship Passage unlocked. That's the one that leads to the Shadow Tree Avatar, isn't it? Right? Still piecing everything together. Was there like a storehouse backside, Grace, or something like that Cherry has missed? But then... West Rampart. So she found a way out there, which no one else has managed to do. What if we come in from Sunken Chapel? Was Tree Worship the one that she got to by going down the ladder in the main keep area? If it was, let's come in from Sunken Chapel, actually. Shadow Keep, believe it or not, is a maze. And finding one's way around said maze is a pain. It goes up quite a way. But does it go up to Specimen Storehouse 1? Or does it go to somewhere different? Goes to Specimen Storehouse, alright. But yeah. Cool. So that's the way to here. And then this is what? Specimen Storehouse back? Storehouse back section, yeah. I think it was just a dueling shield down there. Although, Was it the Carrion dueling shield that Cherry could use? Because it could be fun to have it. Oops. Accidentally clocked that guy in the face. Dead? Yes, good. Yeah, a whole lot of collateral damage there. Yeah, the Carrion thrusting shield. So that could become Cherry's backup weapon. Has she got the stats for it? Is the question. No, she doesn't have the 17 strength. She's got 10 strength. But she could dual wield it. Either way. Up we go. Let's find our way to the storehouse loft if we can.